And we are back in the room for today. And of course, special thanks to our friends at Western Union and Beacon Insurance for making today possible. We appreciate you as always, yeah? Yeah, I hope everyone had themselves a good night and you guys are up and running on this Wednesday, October 9th. Man, I've been glued to the television since yesterday. You swear I lived in Florida, Tampa, etc. The way I'm, so deeply invested in this Hurricane Milton, and the newscasters aren't making it easier. Man, it's frightening. And not so long we experienced Beryl, well, the Sister Isle, and I saw Mr. Legs posting this morning that he's in Carriacou, and it seems as though, it's like Beryl hit yesterday because everything seems to be the same. I don't know. And, one thing I do know for sure is that, everything would not happen overnight, especially when it's a small island and you basically have to carry everything over to help in the rebuilding. It's the manpower probably is not there, and there's a lot of things, and I'm not here to make excuses for anyone, but I'm seeing quite a number of folks saying that the pace at which things are going is extremely slow. We've had the minister here a couple of weeks ago and gave us updates as to what's happening, what's the next step. We had the minister of what's his MIT, what does MIT stand for again? Honorable Andy Williams. He's been active in the media, Project 500, showing the houses that would be used to the folks will be getting and all of that. But I don't know. Folks are saying it's still slow. So maybe those of you in Carriacou could probably shed some light on that. And let me just mash bricks, because I know some of y'all don't have that. Let me mash it for y'all early. This ain't nothing to do with no politics, and this ain't about pointing any fingers and who should do what and who would do better. I don't care for that. I don't care about it. I'm more concerned about what's actually happening on the ground. Are they getting the help that they need? How is everyone doing on the Sister Isle? I know sometimes it's when something happens, we're emotionally invested, and as with life, we move on to other things, and we may not be giving it that much attention as we were before. But there are folks who don't have a choice but to give it attention, especially those in government, etc. But I'd really love to know, for those of you who live over there, who have family over there, what are they saying? How are they feeling? How are they doing? I'd like to get some feedback on that. But like I said, all the televisions are on the news channels, taking in the updates regarding Hurricane Milton. And boy, when y'all decide y'all having a good time, nothing stops that. And the folks from Miami put out a release stating that Miami Carnival continues, no cancellations, no disruptions, because that area will not be affected by Hurricane Milton. So everything basically is on stream for Carnival, and I guess that's what people were waiting to hear, because people's bags are already packed and ready to just go have a good time. If I could enjoy Carnival, knowing, but hey. We tried during our own, and we had a good time. So I guess the same goes for the folks out there. Life, as they say, continues despite everything. But they are bracing themselves for the impact of Hurricane Milton. And Ian, I don't know what he's about. I swear, I don't know what he's about. Anywho's, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the show. Morning, Miriam. Good morning, Linda. Morning, Nikisha, Shardine. Good morning. Madam Shanti, where you come out? Yesterday you just abandoned us. No, nothing, no message, no. Let's really do what all they want in this place, yes? Everybody just doing what they want. Anyways, morning, Jenny. They say do as I say, not as I do. But hey, who am I? Morning, Dawn. I can't even call you Rasta Dawn no more. Where you cut your hair, Dawn? Anyways, morning, Shauna. Shona, you're going to Miami? Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Judy. Akeem, good morning. Mr. Mark brother, Mark Zuckerberg brother, good morning. Good morning, Kendra, Jackie Douglas Adams. Jackie ain't going carnival. Morning, JJ. How are you? Good morning, Melvin Brown. Bro, they working here for your money these days, boy. I ain't lying. You're scarce like gold. Morning, Terrence. Hope all is well. Roxanne, good morning. Good morning, Ellen. Clarina, how are you? You good? Hope all is well on your end as well. Good morning, Giads. Clarina, one of these days you have to come on the show because don't think I haven't been paying attention. I have been, but I just want when you're comfortable and when you have the time, if you can, because you've been doing a lot, you know, informing us about how to better take care of ourselves, and a lot of the times when it comes to that, we tend to not pay much attention until it's too late. You speak a lot about fibroids and all those things, and that is something that plagues a lot of women of color, and we may not pay it much mind. But one of these days, if you can, I'd love if you can come on the show and speak to us on those things because, boy, I swear the amount of RIPs you're seeing is like here today, gone tomorrow. And a lot of the times is because we're not aware of, certain health conditions we have until it's too late, until it's an advanced stage and little or nothing can be done, to help. But a lot of the times they say early detection saves lives, and that is a true saying, because I remember when my mother had her health scare, if it wasn't for her, you know how those old people go. They know before they have a little headache, they know something is off with their bodies because they're so in tune, And she was able to pinpoint, something isn't right. I'm not feeling too good, I'm not feeling, and it's not, she's famous for going drink bush, going drink, boil some this and boil some that. Master tell people boil thing and boil this and boil that. But although she does all the boiling and she's very health conscious, she don't drink, don't smoke, don't eat this, don't eat that, she was able to detect it because listen, cancer have no respect for nobody. No matter how much you eat, drink, it will do what it wants to do. But early detection and being able to catch it was enough to take the necessary precautions and do surgery and what and have things under control. So it's important that we are in tune with our bodies and not just dismiss a little pain as okay, you have gas, go and drink some hot tea or boil some spice or drink this or drink that. No, now more than ever, slightest time you find your body's off, you need to sort yourselves out. Yeah. Anyways, Nissy, good to have you here. Kizzy, good morning, sis. Thank you so very much. You're always, so dependable, and I thank you for that. Morning, Richie. Giads, who else is here? Delroy. Deli, you good? Morning, Kadena. Precious Times, good morning. Morning, Mandy. Morning, Che. Yes, Manpower, you're trying our best. Okay. Okay. Divorce, you need to. Yeah, need to. Morning, Tamasha. Who else did I miss? Morning, Junies. Gabby. Morning. If I say I like Gabby Spirit, I lie. Anushka. Good morning. Hey, Janique. Aisha. Good morning. I reached out to Andy Williams and he turned me down, but they say putting people first and going on the media and talk. Andy Williams got. What did Andy Williams do to you, Aisha? Naya, good morning. Naya, you're not going Miami? No, I see you have boat ride. Morning. Morning.
Good morning, Aruna.
Hi, good morning. Turn me down in the background. You're listening to me and you have me on.
Beautiful this morning, love.
Thank you.
I love your hair, man.
Thank you so much. Turn down the volume in the background. I hear myself and I'm hearing you clear.
Good morning, Aruna.
All right.
That's better.
Much better. You good?
And how are you?
I am great, thank you.
You look so beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
And your hairstyle rocks. Claudine here. Have a good
Hey,
day.
have a good one. All right, take care. Claudine, morning. Michelle is in Fort Lauderdale. The sun is out a little bit. All right, be careful, Michelle, and be safe. All right. Chase says the island is clean mostly just to get the dump sites clean out. So far, 8 built back better homes going on, and 27 homes was given from NGO from Trinidad. Over 285 people got material assistance from government so far. Thanks so much for that, Che. Well, you know, as it is, when you don't know 'em, people sometimes, they say negativity spreads faster than positivity. So it's good to know that people are aware of what's going on. So put that out there. Put that out there. All right, Aisha, you're having a whole conversation by yourself. I'm asking, what is it you required? What assistance you required from the minister, and he turned you down? You over there throwing by the fruits you shall know them, and God and sleeping. I don't like people calling me. I'm not a cold pot. What? Over 1,000. I'm going to ignore Jackie this morning and move on to Che. Over 1,000 black tanks were given out to farmers. Fantastic, Che. Keep them coming. Let us know what else is going on. But I really, really want to know how everything is with the folks in Carriacou. Che has given me quite a bit of information. But would really love if you guys can, to keep us updated. Because what I realize about us, we listen a lot to negatives, but we don't pay attention to information. When it comes to news and information, y'all afraid that like cat in rain. I don't know what's the fear about having. Listen, I don't do politics, but indulge me for a couple minutes this morning. And it's a genuine question. What all it does really get from beating up on yourself and defending politics and politicians? It's a genuine, I really, really want to know. Yes, I understand you support a party, whatever. And that's perfectly fine. That is your right. It's your constitutional right, whatever the case might be. But what y'all does really get out of, like, the way some of all you go, like, hard, like, the venom, the fake profiles, the anger, the cursing people out in the name of who did what, who didn't do, who. What I get from that? Like, for example, I saw, yesterday was the Honorable Dickon Mitchell's birthday, and, people, well, it's like me alone, I didn't have a picture with the boss. I need to sort that out. All this time, me and the boss come here and we take out pictures, and what have we do live up to now? We ain't even I ain't have a little picture. That would be great. Hey, boss listening, man. Look at thing. All right, just give me a minute, guys. The boss checking in. So when you think people ain't listening, they're actually listening. Yeah, so I can get some people that break friendship over politics. It's not that serious for me. And I'm not gonna lie. There's never been anybody that I'm so, like, it's almost a cosmic. Y'all just feel nice. Like, I'm beginning to feel some of all of us feel nice. I feel some of all your man and woman the way all of us be also up in this thing. Like, y'all let us get a nice feeling. Like that better than Rose Boy. And I because I be watching some of your behavior on the books, and I'm like, wait, I've never seen y'all even come out so in the name of child abuse, or molestation, anything to do with, but no, they like them thing, boy. I don't know. Hey, Ashanti, tuning in from London, welcome. Yeah, a lot of them in the room here. Some of them go quiet for that. A lot of them, there's a couple of them see well invested in it too. I ain't calling their name, but a lot of them invested in it. So, Ashanti, I'm not political, so I don't know. I just think that, hey, it is our civic duty. We vote, and I've done it. I'm done. If there's something that requires me giving my 2 cents, I will. When it's good, you commend. If there's something to critique, you critique. But there are some who commend everything, and there are some who critique everything. Like, nothing is good and nothing is bad. There's no balance. There's no middle line, no middle ground. It's either all good or all bad. But how? Life is yin yang. Nothing is ever all good or all bad. There's always room for improvement. And there's always room for criticism, but constructively, not criticizing for criticizing's sake, like some of you do, and defending for defending's sake, like some of you do. But I don't know all the onions. Morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, you morning. You're live on Power 95.
Okay, this is Deanna Isaac, Public Relations Officer within the Ministry of Carriacou and Systematic Affairs and Local Government.
Wonderful. Well, I'm happy that we have you on the line because I was asking questions regarding what's happening in Carriacou, and I'm happy to have you on the line this morning. So maybe you can help us a lot along with that because, you know, with social media, you tend to see a whole lot of things regarding what's happening or not happening. And I happened to see a post this morning saying that Carriacou is almost the same like when Beryl passed and nothing seems to be happening. So with you here, I'm sure you can shed some light on that.
Okay, Arana, in terms of Carriacou and Titimatnik being the same as post-burial, well, the days and months following burial, that is further from the truth because in terms of cleanup, government has started the cleanup and the cleanup is almost completed. We've had what is termed Project Pristine, where persons from Carriacou and Titimatnik were able to gain employment over 100 persons because we've divided the Carriacou and Titimatnik into zones. Carriacou was divided into 7 zones, Titimatnik into 2 zones, and the cleanup continues. To this, I am presently up in Bel Air, and the tractors and trucks are actually working very close to the EOC at present. There's a team continuing the cleanup down at Paradise Beach. The ministry staff that is attached to the Sandy Island oyster bed area is also assisting in the cleanup of the underwater, and they've done a marvelous job so far. So in terms of the cleanup, that continues. Government has budgeted almost over 11-point-something million to assist with the cleanup of Carriacou and Titimatnik. This is being done in partnership with the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. We know that persons have had issues with us utilizing some of the playing fields as dumping sites, but as Minister James at the launching of Project Pristine explained that we needed to have some open spaces, and that was the only open spaces government had available on Carriacou. But not all of the playing fields are utilized as dumping sites. We have the Lauriston Mini Stadium is still open for sporting activities. The Bogles playing field is also available, and part of Dover playing field, and also the playing field close to the Mount Pleasant Government School.
Okay.
So the cleanup is taking place. What else is taking place on Carriacou and Titimatnik? The Ministry of Carriacou and Titimatnik has been providing assistance to persons in terms of those who have suffered level 1 and level 2 damage. So persons are getting assistance to restore their roofs. How is this taking place?
Okay. Walk us through that.
That is taking place. You have to get an estimate done from your contractor. Then you'll take that estimate with the list of your materials to a hardware store, and you get a bill head. That is then submitted to the Ministry of Carriacou and Titimatnik Affairs. We are operating at the Carriacou Resource Center. So you bring that into the ministry, and then approval is given by the permanent secretary. There's a limit as to how much assistance we're given. I can say here almost up to $20,000 is being given to householders in Carriacou and Titimatnik to assist them at this stage.
Okay.
So
What is the turnaround period, though? What is the waiting period, though, from getting
because
the...
I would tell you, Arana, every day the ministry is filled with persons, as is
Understandable.
expected. So sometimes you have a little wait. Sometimes it may take a week or 2 weeks. Because remember, there are other things happening that the PS has to look after. So far, we've had over 300 householders on Carriacou and Titimatnik getting approval for the material support.
Let me ask you this, though. Let me interrupt you for a second. Approximately how many homes do we have in Carriacou? Do you know?
Approximately, when the Dana was done, which is the damage and needs assessment, we have over 4,000 houses on Carriacou and Titimatnik. So but while all were not damaged, many have suffered damages in terms of the roofing.
Okay.
Yes. So even outside of the material support that government is giving through the Ministry of Carriacou and Titimatnik Affairs, we've received, thanks to the government and people of Guyana, a consignment of building materials, were mainly roofing, earlier in the month of July, as soon after burial. And that was also distributed to the people of Carriacou. Not PT Masnick, because at the time we were not able to get boats to go over to PT Masnick, but we're handling the people of PT Masnick now. So just not Carriacou is benefiting, but also PT Masnick.
Okay. So in terms of, like you said, $20,000 max, and that is to do with roofing, right? What about folks who have lost their homes completely?
Okay, folks who have lost their home completely. We are presently working with an organization out of Trinidad and Tobago, Hands That Serve. They are providing and have donated to Carriacou 27 prefab houses. And the reason PT Masnick, we did make requests so that some of the homes could have gone to PT Masnick, which is the prefab, but that was not possible due to the logistics. However, the foundation for those prefabs homes are presently under construction. And outside of that, the government has now started what is called Project Build Back Better. So already we have 7 homes under construction in Carriacou. We'll be starting very soon in PT Masnick. The hope is that by December, at least 50 of those homes can be built on Carriacou and PT Masnick. As you are aware, we're going into the new budget cycle. So our budget will speak to the more assistance for the people of Carriacou in terms of our rebuilding and recovery process. So we're inviting persons from Carriacou and PT Masnick to come out to the budget consultation next Monday, that's the 14th of October, at Hillsborough Government School. That budget consultation hosted by the Ministry of Finance will start at 6 p.m. So you can give your views, your suggestions as to how we cater for Carriacou and PT Masnick going forward, knowing the disaster that we just faced.
I have another question here from someone who's saying they didn't get a cent towards their cleanup. So for persons who would have done their own cleaning up and rebuilding themselves, is there any way they can get some sort of compensation in terms of if they have receipts for materials or stuff like that, or it's only for people who need the help?
Okay, in terms of assistance for persons who are rebuilding on their own, what I can tell you is that government have announced a number of tax incentives, where if you're purchasing from the local hardware stores, you are eliminated from the VAT is waived. If you're doing your purchases from overseas and you're importing it into Grenada, the custom duties and the VAT is also waived. All you have to do, we have a burial secretariat set up at the Ministry of Carriacou and PT Masnick Affairs. There's a form to be filled. Then you bring in your invoices and we submit it to the concession desk so that you can get your concession letter. If you have already made those purchases and you've paid VAT, you can apply for a VAT refund.
Okay.
So that is, yes. But in terms of the cleanup, government took responsibility for the cleanup of Carriacou and PT Masnick. So I do not know about compensation for the cleanup because the entire island, as I told you, was zoned and the cleanup crews are still working throughout Carriacou and PT Masnick.
Okay. So what's next for those who probably don't get this information? Because there are people saying they don't know nothing about this. We ain't hear nothing. We ain't see nothing. We just
The Ministry of Carriacou and PT Masnick Affairs, as you know, post-burial, we had some communication issues where all the radio stations were down in Carriacou. We did not have telephone connectivity. We still have issues with the internet. Flow and Digicel is working every day to see how fast they can restore those services. And we utilize a PA system, and we try as best as possible to go throughout all the communities in Carriacou. In PT Masnick, we share it with our executive officer, and he gets the information out. On Carriacou as well, if we see people, we tell them about what's happening. And also, the Ministry of Carriacou and PT Masnick Affairs has a very active social media page, Facebook page, where persons can actually see everything. Everything is posted there. When the Guyanese started work on the administrative building, and I must give kudos before I go forward to the Guyana Defense Force and the people and government of Guyana. They have been on the ground in Carriacou for the last almost 3 months, and they are working very hard to restore government buildings. If you enter Hillsborough now, you would wonder when you see the administrative building, the police station, the ministry where the PS and the minister sits. They also did some work on Hillsborough Secondary School. So, Arana, the information is out there. It's on social media. We send information to our local radio station here, which is Vibes 101.
Yeah, but
And
we have to take into consideration there is no electricity and people are using whatever little resources they have. So
oh no,
sometimes
don't
they
say
might
that
miss
there
it.
is no electricity. The Grenada Electricity Company has done a marvelous job together with the teams from St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad that makes up the Carolet team, and the electricity is restored in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique. Remember, because some people do not have roofs, they may not be able to get connected because they have taps on their roofs. But Grenlec has made provision to give people temporary connection. So if you set
That
up
is if your roofs are on?
go ahead.
No, I was asking that's for those whose roofs are on and they deem it safe to reconnect you?
If your roof is intact, you get your full reconnection. If you have only taps on your roof, you can have a temporary connection done. So,
Okay.
and Grenlec has ensured that even in areas where there is no electricity, that at least a street light is up so that people can feel secure as they go through the different villages
So
at
repeat
night.
that again. If you have tarpaulin,
If you have tarpaulins, you can apply for a temporary connection. Not the full meter base with the meter base to your home, to your house. You can apply for a temporary connection. The electrical inspector, Ms. Harvey, will come and have it inspected, and then Grenlec will connect you once she gives the okay.
okay. All right. Well, that I did not know. So it's that's some useful information there. So those of you with family and friends in Carriacou, maybe you can pass it along to them because lots are under the impression that if you don't have a roof, your electricity will not be restored until that is taken
You
care
can
of.
have the temporary connection.
Okay, so temporary connection if you you've been if the assessment is done and they see everything is okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Anything else?
Yes, I know one of the concerns have been for agriculture, our farmers. And we want to let the public know that our farmers have not been left out. Over the last 2 weeks, the Division of Agriculture within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs has been distributing black tanks to the farming community. We've noted, though, that while we're doing that distribution, that there have been a lot of demand from householders for black tanks. While we may not be able to reach everybody in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique that has that demand, we have been trying as much as possible to help this farming community. So also we procured some fencing material because we understand from based on our assessment that the farmers lost all of their fencing and they cannot really plant because we have the issue in Carriacou of let go animals. So the Division of Agriculture is helping in that area. In terms of the direct income support, that is presently being worked on for the through the Ministry of Agriculture, Grenada.
Okay.
And basically, we want everyone to collaborate. We want to have a collaboration for the rebuilding of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs, cannot do it alone. Any NGO out there, any private sector, persons from the region internationally that is willing to partner with us for the rebuilding of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, we will definitely appreciate it. They can call the ministry on 443-6026, or they can call me as PRO if they have any concerns, any suggestions. They can call me on 457-1308. In terms of healthcare, Rana, before we end this, hospital services will soon be restored on Carriacou. So the district health services continue at the Leicester Medical Station, but the Lone Hospital, Princess Royal Hospital, will soon be able to offer hospital services once more. The roof has been restored. Electricity is almost there. I saw the Grenlec team working hard last night and up to this morning to ensure that we have electricity going to the Princess Royal Hospital.
Okay. So what's your contact information again?
457-1308, and the landline for the ministry is 443-6026.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the any updates on how school is going? I know that we had some concerns past couple of weeks with
Right.
how about that?
Schools in Carriacou and Petit-Martinique are presently in session. As you know, Dover Government School was totally damaged, destroyed by Hurricane Beryl. So there is no physical structure for Dover Government School except the library. Based on consultation with the principal and staff of that school and Mount Pleasant government, Mount Pleasant, they lost their roof entirely, so that has to be restored. But based on consultation with the principal and staff and all other educators on Carriacou and Petit Martinique, it was agreed that tents will be provided for schools for these two schools. So when it was set up, the entire cabinet came on September 30th to welcome back the students and to give the principal and staff a bit of moral support and to let them know that the government is supporting them and will be behind them in terms of the education of our children. However, as the weeks rolled by, certain concerns came up. So my minister, our minister in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, the Honorable Sevin Andrews, visited Dover Government School yesterday, met with the principal and staff, even also met with some of the students. And today he'll be meeting with the PTA of Dover Government School to see how best we can work through things to make them in a more comfortable environment. Mount Pleasant Government School, they seem to have been more settled under the tent. They have received a donation of funds from one of our corporate citizens. And we're saying it again, if there is any corporate citizen out there that would like to help us in particular with the education sector to get these two schools in more comfortable environment, we are willing and open and ready to accept those contributions. So these two schools were the only schools that were major impacted by Hurricane Beryl. The other schools, though, they had some roof damage. Shelter Solutions came in, worked with the contractors, say, for example, Leicester Hillsborough government, and restored those roofs to Hillsborough Pre-Primary as well. So the work continues. It does not stop because you will not get everything done within 3 months. It's a process. So any organization out there, any private sector person who is willing to work with us, we are willing, we're open to accepting contribution. In terms of relief aid, we have since closed the distribution point because that has been slowed down. However, we are still open to receiving relief aid. The pressing need in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, based on assessment, will be housing. However, at the same time, our people have to be patient because we want, as the Prime Minister said when he came to Carriacou, we want to build back better. We cannot continue building the same way. So the Planning and Development Authority also has a presence on Carriacou, doing the assessments and guiding the homeowners in the rebuilding process so that they can follow the building code.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of information, but we just want to make sure that it's getting to the right people, right? And of course, that is the folks in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, that they are aware of all the places they need to go to get the aid that they need and the things that they need to do to get themselves sorted out as well. So if more work can be done in that area, that would be greatly appreciated. But again, we have to understand, like you said, it would not happen overnight. So we have to exercise a little bit more patience. We're in three to go into 4 months.
And another thing, Arona, the thing is, almost all public officers, including myself, were impacted by Hurricane Beryl. It means that some of us had to move from our original place where we stayed and to move to another community. We have to make adjustments. So sometimes you have to be a little patient because the public officers are in the same situation as everybody on Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm going to need you to be a regular on the program, all right? So you can disseminate the information.
I appreciate that.
And folks will know what's going on because we have listeners who have family and friends over there. So if even if they may not hear it themselves, they can always touch base with them and let them know, hey, this is what's going on. This is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. So we can all help each other. And this is not one person. This is not, just a couple people coming together. It requires a lot of us coming together to do our part. And I'm happy to do my bit end here in terms of, passing on the information. So thank you so very much.
And thank you so much, Arona, too, for giving us that opportunity. And you will definitely be hearing from us again.
I am so grateful. All right?
Have a blessed day.
Have a good one. Take care. All right, so I was not expecting that. Like I said, we were just talking, but you never know. They say you talk and it goes out in the atmosphere, and you never know who's listening. That's why they always say you need to speak. You never know who's listening. It might fall on the right ear, like it did this morning, because I was asking for anybody, people call in from Carriacou, if they can, to update us. So it wasn't just directed at government per se, but to anybody who have access to telephone or the radio station and in a position to call. I was looking for that sort of feedback this morning, so it wasn't necessarily just from a government perspective, but from anybody, because one man's experience and another man's experience may not be the same. And although they may be trying their very best, putting measures in place, there are still some who say, we have not seen this, we have not gotten this, we don't know what to do, we don't know where to go. It happens. And you can't be upset at anybody for feeling that way or thinking that way, because we are not there, we are not experiencing it. So I am understanding of that fact that we can just talk because we're not there. Somebody actually experiencing something compared to some of us who are here still in our comfort. We still can sleep in AC. We still can, go cook something when we feel like. We have all the necessary things that we need to be comfortable in our own home with our roof over our head. There's still lots of folks in Carriacou who don't have that luxury. So while we may sit and say, okay, well, this is what's going on or that's what's going on, they may have a different reality. So I'm open to hearing their reality if they can. And if you know anybody who wants to, feel free to hit me up. And of course, we'd love to hear your story. Maybe that too can hasten the process and maybe get the folks from a government perspective to come to your side, because they can't cover, they don't have the manpower to reach everybody at the same time, But like she said, electricity they've been working very hard to resume services. And if you have taps and you want to have temporary connection, you have to make that connection as well, and they will assess it, and Grand Lake will temporarily connect you with electricity. So it's not a matter of waiting completely, because roof getting back on is not going to happen overnight. It's a lot of roofs to put on, and they probably don't even have the manpower to put on all at one time. So if you need that, we need to assist as best as we can. Aisha, how can I help you? Because like I said, you're just in the chat having a whole conversation by yourself. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm trying to listen to all the comments, read all the comments. Plus, I was interviewing my guest, my caller. So you're saying I'm not paying you no mind. How can I help you? Because you seem to need some sort of help. You mentioned Honorable Minister Andy Williams, not Akeem, no play with me, please. I ain't have that. Okay. Yeah, so you seem to be crying out for help, but I'm not sure how I can help you when you're not saying what exactly is the problem. I'm seeing you quoting scriptures. I'm seeing you. What exactly is the problem? What do you need help with? What did you? I asked you that very early in the game. What is it you ask help for from the minister, and you did not say? All you're saying about the minister this, the minister that. But what did you ask the minister for? What is it you're looking for? How can we help you? All right. Anyway, someone says, can you please send birthday wishes to my dearest friend, Trudy Mitchell, as she celebrates today. Happy birthday, Trudy, from Dawn and Lydia. Have a great day, Dawn. Happy birthday, Trudy. Trudy's also a Libra. There's a lot of Libras out there. Y'all parents are busy. What did what did the Prime Minister lie to you about, Miss Mitchell? Miss Mason, sorry. Oh, that electricity connection is called H-frame connection. Thanks, Dre. Yeah, you should know. That's right up your alley. So it's called a H-frame connection. So that's what you're going to get if you are under the tarpaulins, all right? Okay, so he told us he'll do this and do that, but he was lying. All right, so how am I supposed to help you with that is what I'm asking. Have you sought the Prime Minister's, have you made a contact with him? What exactly, what are you talking about? You're just going off on a tangent, and I'm so clueless as to what You're making my head hurt right now, and I'm not do me and headache. We don't get along anymore. So anything that hurts my head has to go. So if you can be clear, I can't help you, and I'm just gonna ignore you because I've been asking you questions for the longest while. Anywho's, getting back to Karakou. So we just had Deanna there with a lot of information, and for those of you who are needing help, you know what to do based on the information disseminated. All right. So make the contact, go see them, and they'll be able to better direct you. What else? What else before we go? The chat just bung away. We were talking about, like, listen, you see what I mean? That's exactly what I meant when I say politics. Politics. When I tell you HATE, politics, in caps, with a passion. That is why I don't do it. And there are people who try to pull you in certain directions. Nobody pulls me anywhere. I go where I want to go. That's why I don't get sucked in this whole green, yellow, shebang thingy. No. Like I said, when it's time to vote, I vote and I'm done. Finito. Because it just makes you angry and makes you resentful and make you hateful and make you just, people just get up every day first thing in the morning and it's like, okay, how can I attack this person today because they're this, they're that. Everybody has a right to their own political affiliations. That is a democratic right. Everybody can be green. Everybody can be yellow. I just wish and pray that someday we could get to a place of understanding and respect. That is not going to happen. But, I mean, they say if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. But I can only wish and pray that one day, because it's like the more advanced we get, it's like we take 10 steps back when it comes to politics. Our mentality, it's like common sense goes out the door and you see people who you think are degreed and educated the way that, they... Listen, y'all do that over there. You know what? I am not about to get sucked into... okay, Don. Thank you so much. I figured. Yeah, I'm not about to get sucked into, the back and forth with... That is why I stay away from it. Anytime I see it coming towards me, I run. Because it's like we lose our sense of reasoning. I've seen people who are good, cool, and minute time the conversation gets to politics... you would swear these people are bitter enemies, the way they sling mud at each other, throw shade and underhanded. And why can't we just respect the fact that everybody cannot support the same thing? You like oil down, I prefer brong down. You're going to attack me because that makes me unpatriotic because I prefer brong down over oil down. And you're going to tell me all how my mother make me because I should prefer what you prefer. I should like, it's the same thing. You're going to tell me all how my mother make me because I don't support what you support and vice versa. Every day, inside out. Sometimes we can just pass people's statuses straight, pass people comments straight, and have nothing to say. But we are so gullible and easy to take bait. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs. Everybody's entitled to writing how they feel, speaking on what they feel. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to support it, but that is the person's right just as it's yours. But some of you wake up every day and act as though you're the only ones with the right because you support A or you support B and everybody else's rights should go to the dogs. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. We all have rights. We're not in no socialist or communist state. We live in a democratic state. We have freedom of expression. That doesn't mean I'd give a lot of you the right to just say what you want. With freedom of expression come responsibility, which a lot of you don't have. Y'all are reckless with your tongues. You say anything about anybody, long as it doesn't go your way. Once it's not about how you feel or what you're supporting, you all start attacking people left, right, center. And there are some of you who think that is okay. That is not okay. People support whoever they want to support. Yeah? What does it matter? At this point in time, it's bigger than yellow and green. It's about, we sing this song, but we don't practice the words of the song. We sing, together, whatever, but we're still, and who hate it, who like it, whatever the case might be. I think this is the most divisive we've been in ages. It has always been that way. But to me now, it's like more, it's like the atmosphere, just the air you breathe, reeks of division. And for what? We all scrunting still. We still had to get up and go to work. We still had to pay our bills for ourselves. We still had to struggle by ourselves. Unless those, I mean, I could understand if a man really benefiting and you had to sing for your supper, you had to earn your bread, you had to, then by all means, I'm getting up every day and cuss all you because I'm seeing it reflected in my bank account. I'm seeing the benefits of me getting up and cussing all you every day, making fake profile and going up on all you every day. I'm seeing the benefits. I ain't had nothing to do. I could afford to do that and get paid, then fine. But if I'm getting nothing for it, the profits in me in any way, shape, or form, then how? Why? Why? Anyways, like I said, all your big and all your sense. If all you want to continue to fight up, you're big enough to do that as well. All I'm saying is, I am open-minded. No need nobody to tell me to be open-minded. When I take a day, that's why I'm asking for other people. As I said, it was not open for government only. It was open for anybody who wants to call in and say what is their reality, because one side could say something, but the reality is another thing. That's why I said it is open for anybody who would like to share their experience or give their views to do so. I'm not taking any side. I'm not saying it is what it is or what is as I said. I'm just saying it was open for everybody. Morning.
Hi, morning. Let me just make a little comparison. If you're sharing out food in a line and there's 100 people line up to get food, right? And you interview the first 10 people that was online, you think their experience would be the same as the last 10 people who were standing on the line?
Of course not.
Of course not. Does that mean that no food was sharing out if they had a negative experience?
Listen, we all don't like the same thing. Sometimes I ain't like the way the rice was too soft for me. It could be too hard for somebody else. It could be too salt for me and he ain't have enough salt for somebody else.
I'm sure there are 10, 15 people in Carriacou who probably got a home already. And there's 500 people online waiting for a home. Everything is going to take time. It's going to take a process. And we have to learn to understand that. Mm-hmm. Some people don't have the information necessary to reach out to the right people and to make the right moves. Our job as a community is to help them to navigate that. Mm-hmm. Share the information to those of you who know. Tell it to other people so people know where to go, who to contact, what information they need, and what help is available.
And that's
the government can only do so much. The government cannot help everybody. Everyone home will not be fixed back by the government. But us as a community, we can help different families and support each other and do what we need to do to help people to get back some form of a normalcy in their life with and without government.
And that's all.
And then this whole NNP NDC situation. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a democracy. The beauty of a democracy is having a choice. Mm-hmm. If we were in a communist nation where we had no choice, our reality would be something completely different. The love of your country is the love of democracy. We are supposed to be able to respect everyone's opinion, regardless of if it's different from our opinion, because we live in a democratic state. We don't have to see things the same way. We don't have to see things eye to eye, but we should be able to be mature enough to know that democracy calls for different perspectives. Mm-hmm. 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 Some political party might view human development more important, whereas another political party might see the development of infrastructure as important. And as we grow as people, we see things differently and our needs grow and our needs change. And people have a right to vote and support who they feel to vote and support. This thing about you telling somebody they're wrong because they like a particular political party, honestly, it's none of your business. And you're just making yourself look dunce.
It's people's right. It's your democratic right to support whoever you want to support.
It's their right. We live in a democracy, and if you feel like if people should not have a right, then go in Cuba.
Simple as that.
Thank you.
Oh my word. Yeah, not enough for the politics. I just had a little bit and he already making my head hurt me. I can't do more. Done. All the fight up. All right? Until tomorrow, same time, same place, back with it. Listen, all week we've been trying to do topics that we can't. But you know what? When the spirit say go, we just going with the spirit. Spirit was just telling me about Carriacou this morning in light of what's happening with Milton. So it went that way. So hopefully tomorrow we will have, but either way, I fed up, I fed up with politics. I fed up with all the man and woman problems. Just right now, I need another vacation. Going Cuban is that. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance, Western Union, for powering us up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Before I leave, happy birthday, Jefferson. Jefferson Ramirez is celebrating his birthday today. Hope you have an awesome, awesome celebration, Jeff, wherever you are. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you, and may you celebrate more. All right? So happy birthday to you, Jefferson. Already up there, I can't tell Donald what to do up with Donald and Kamala. What's she name? Kamala up there. Uncle Donald waiting on Donald, but only stressing up people about this Mitchell and that Mitchell. Go and fight up with all your friends. We come off the radio, eh? All you bye. Wee.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses.